And perfectionism is also not, it's such a misnomer. All these misnomers, perfectionism and gifted kid, it sounds like these are compliments, like these are like good things. Perfectionist, somebody who's a perfectionist is somebody who seeks out perfection. That's not, somebody who's a perfectionist is just somebody who, when they look at their own work, they're able to see mistakes everywhere, like red flags, and they just can't deal with it. And they're like, oh, it's not good, it's not ready yet. And that is exhausting. That's fucking exhausting to deal with on a daily basis. To think that nothing is good enough, nothing is ready. You are not ready. You are not good enough. I may look like a mess. I just kind of had a breakdown. In a way, I was recording and figuring some shit out on Ableton. And I think I had a panic attack. I tried to cry, but I couldn't. I don't know why. I mean, I feel like I'm at the edge of tears, but I just can't bring myself to cry. And I just decided that I was trying to process it. I was talking to myself, trying to let it all out. What was it that was bothering me? And I just thought, let's record it. I'll tell you why I'm recording this, okay? First of all, there's gonna be a lot of pauses, so bear with me. I had promised myself, basically, that I would be recording and actually posting a cover today, or at least recording today, while there was still daylight. It is almost 5:30 in the evening right now, and it's gonna be dark soon. This is not my best. I'm not in my best state right now. And I didn't do anything. I just was stuck in Ableton trying to fix some latency issues that I had, and I just couldn't. And then as more and more time passed, this is just me speculating. I don't know why I had a panic attack. Or was it a panic attack? But yeah, the symptoms were pretty much the same. I'm just wondering, I'm just so gonna regret putting this on the internet. I'm just so gonna regret it, because I'm a very private person. I'm a very, very, very private person. I don't have social media. I used to. I just go on these rampages where I just delete everything. uh, so yeah, I'm just gonna regret it so much, but I'm gonna be vulnerable right now. I hope it some people can recognize with it. So I'm trying not to cry. um, I am going through a difficult time right now. I'm trying to find a job. I am in the middle of interviews, and it's pretty exhausting. It is, to say the least. And I resigned from a previous job because of some issues. I don't know if I want to talk about that, but I figured that I'm just gonna take some time off and regain my health. I was burnt out. This is not my voice. I feel like I'm gonna cry any minute now. I was burnt out, so now I've been searching for jobs, and I'm 25. I still feel like I'm 18, or not even 18. What the fuck? I'm going to cry. I should sort my shit out and then record this later. But I know I'm not going to. I have to just pull the band-aid. And I know I look like a mess. I haven't done anything. I was just sat on my computer all day. My hair is a mess. My face is a mess. I don't have makeup on. I didn't need to say that, but I can't deal with the comments. Okay. So, I'll keep going off on tangents. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, the audio of this is not gonna be great. Anyway, there's some issues with my mic. Yeah. What was I talking about? I forgot. What? My brain is blank right now. It's completely blank. 1 second. Looking at myself is distracting. I'm so sorry for the long pauses. I'm just gonna keep it all in. I'm not gonna edit this. Yeah, so I'm very much into mental health stuff. Okay. And I know I shouldn't be diagnosing myself for shit, but I'm just gonna say, this is a symptom, right? So lately, I just recently had a very strong limerence over someone, a very big artist, obviously. And limerence is very confusing for me. This is not how it is for everybody. For most people, limerence is like they just are very much obsessed with somebody, and it is a reflection of that person is a reflection of some things that they're missing in their own life, so maybe they seek it out externally. It could be like that. For me, it's totally that. It's totally that, especially since it has been quite some time now since I was back in the workforce. It's not that I've been sitting idly. Maybe somebody would say that. But I figured a lot of stuff out, and yeah, I think it makes sense. The state that I'm in, I would have a limerence. So is it like an obsession? I would say so, but it's not much about the person. It's about what I'm missing. So I always thought, since I was a kid, like I always loved music, and again gonna cry. I always loved music, and since I was really young, and I remember I didn't have that much of a volume. I mean, I was very soft toned. If that makes sense. I mean, so I tried to be a part of the choir in my school, and we had music class, and the music teacher was the only music teacher in our whole school. So I went to her and I said that I want to be a part of the choir. And she just straight up said that, come on, with a voice like that, you can't even pass this class. You're going to get a D grade. So never, ever sing ever again in your life. That's what she said. I bring that up because I truly believe that. I truly believe that I was not a good singer. But the thing was, if I'm being honest to myself, it was that I just could not sing loudly. I mean, even today I struggle with that. Of course, it is about technique, but some people are just their voices are just not meant to be used for belting all the time. I may be very much wrong to give these references, but I think, according to me, what's his name? Oh, Vincent. The guy who sang Creep by Radiohead in The Four. I think his voice sounds, he's so good at R&B, and it's just that you wouldn't force an R&B singer to always belt. Of course, it's not about if they can or they cannot. What sounds good to them? What do they feel good trying out with their voice? So I know I'm going off on a big tangent here, but I just need to explain. So Billie Eilish, she can also belt really well. I mean, it's not about whether you can or you can't. It's about, does it sound good? Or maybe it sounds good as well. Maybe it's the choice of the artist. It's an artistic choice. It's a stylistic choice that they choose to make. So I just feel that I can modulate my voice and my tone really well in the lower registers. I'm sorry, I'm not very much familiar with like hardcore music terminology, but yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, so maybe she never got the chance to like listen to my voice fully, so that's why she made a comment, but still was not a fair comment to make. You would never say that to a child. So anyway, I don't know if this was a consequence to that or not, but I eventually moved away from Hindi music, from Bollywood music. I don't know. I still don't know if it was a consequence to that. I don't think one instant is big enough. Usually it can be, but I don't think this was big enough for me to move away from Hindi music. It was over the years, I just found myself, I liked my voice when I sang Western music, English music, or any other language music. There's a bit of, should I say this? There's a bit of elitism in Indian classical music. There are some lovely people, I'm no doubt, but I'm just going to talk about my experience. Your voice needs to be of a certain quality, a certain tone, for you to be even chosen to be trained. So yeah, there's that. I'm just gonna put that out there. So I had this Western twang in my voice whenever I sang, so people didn't like that. And I also didn't like that much. I also, at that time, I didn't have that much of a trained ear. Trained is the wrong word. I'm not trained, but an ear that is used to trained ear, or which would help me to make some choices, artistic choices, even while choosing to work with that Western twang and trying to make Hindi songs sound better. So at that time, maybe I was not imaginative enough to be able to do it. I don't know. I'm just speculating. So anyway, I eventually moved away from Hindi music, and I just think about I started seriously liking singing by my own self. I mean, like, I would sing in solitude. I wouldn't record or anything. I didn't have the means to record. When I was 13, that was the earliest I can remember, when I had a decent enough, I think, voice. It sounded pretty horrible, but still, I think there was something there. I just feel sad that if I had pursued it seriously, if I had the resources to actually get a vocal trainer, a coach, or if I even just had the courage to put things out, to start putting stuff out. I mean, like 12 years, yeah. So 12 years later, obviously, like, things would have improved a lot. And I know you can say that about even right now. Why aren't you putting stuff out right now? You can be something 10 years down the road. But that's the thing, it's just, I think that is the reason I panicked so much today, that I was not doing this thing that I was supposed to do. I haven't put out any serious stuff on the internet yet. I remember the first recording I did just on my phone, just opened the voice recorder on my phone and recorded something, was Sam Smith's I'm Not the Only One, that song. And I recorded it on this app called se-ver-ely, S-M-U-L-E. And I liked it a lot. I was like, oh, finally, okay, it sounds good. When I recorded, it sounds good. And I shared it with my sister, and my sister was like, she always underestimated me. So, I'm sorry, no shade. She was like, okay, that sounds good. And so I shared it with my best friend at the time. She was like, is it really you? Come on, is it really you? She couldn't believe it. And I listened to that recording, like, I don't know, some years down the line, and I was cringing. I was like, what the hell is this? This was so bad. But at that time, it just seemed okay to me. It seemed good enough. It seemed good enough to put out. But it still didn't put it out because, I don't know, for whatever reasons. And now that years later, I have improved a lot. Have I improved as much as one should have after all these years, after 12 fucking years? No, I don't think so. I don't know. But I sure would say that I have improved. I've also gained confidence, and I am able to attempt lots of different songs, different genres. And I want to say this. It is without training. I haven't received training. And it's not something to be proud of necessarily, but it's something that I just want to keep reminding myself that I don't need to be a perfectionist to put something out. I mean, I'm just so I was raised by the internet, okay. At least in my later years. I mean, I didn't get access to a phone until very much late. But still, I was raised pretty much. And I know the ugly side of internet. I have seen people, lose everything, lose their mental health, their physical health. I've seen people become big on the internet. I've seen people being showered with so much love. But at the end of the day, I think even one bad comment, even one troll can actually have a very bad impact on somebody's mental health. And so that's what has always scared me. And I have been afraid, if I'm being honest, to put anything out, especially as okay, I'm not gonna qualify that, but yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. So yeah, I'm gonna put this as is. Maybe nobody would watch it, but I'm gonna keep doing this. And yeah, I'm gonna be pretty open. I am a pretty open person. I am private, but I'm open. So I don't like to share everything into the world. And that's why I never created a YouTube channel or whatnot. I mean, posted anything on my YouTube channel. But I think life's too short. That is the only thing that you tell yourself when you're doing something stupid, right? So life is actually too short. You think about it, 12 years have passed and I just didn't put out anything. And sure, I would have regretted putting out something and getting lots of hate for it, and that would have spoiled my life, and I don't deny it. But what if something good had happened? What if? Maybe my employer will see this message and would be like, okay, she had a panic attack. She is not up to, her mental health is not good. I don't think she is good for our organization. I'm afraid of that. That is something that I think about. But I don't know. I don't want to worry about that. I think, how can you not talk about you? I mean, this is my mental health is me, and if I'm hiding it, I'm not saying that, of course, when you go into your day job, you're not supposed to talk about your mental health to your employer. I know that. I'm just saying, this is my YouTube channel, okay? And it can be as private or as open as I want it to be. So this is me just justifying it to myself. Anyway, I look like a mess, but it is what it is. I know I started recording this with a purpose in mind, but I know it has gone off on tangents, and I don't even think there's a theme into all of this, but I'm still gonna post it. But yeah, going back to Limerence, that artist is pretty big, probably one of the biggest. Do I have limerence? Do I get limerent on every artist out there? Maybe. No, actually. I get inspired. I like their music, but I don't get obsessed like that. So this is why it was so fucking intriguing to me. Like, why the fuck this happened? Like, this has never happened. This has been going on for like quite some time, and I was like, why? And I've explored this, and I realized that it's not that I am attracted to that person. That is, of course, the case. That person is very attractive, no doubt. But it's about they're the same age, almost the same age as me, a bit older, and they have achieved so fucking much. And they had achieved so fucking much by the time they were 18. Most artists I see have already achieved so much by the time they're 18. 25 is too fucking old. Many people are thinking of retiring. Okay, that is an exaggeration, but still, I am too late on the train. And sure, you would say, come on, so many people who got their big break really late in life. So many people who started out late. I would agree with the first statement. I don't think I would agree necessarily with the second statement. There are some people, but not many people. And this is about me, okay? Sure, there would be people who would figure shit out even later than me. That does not make me feel better. That makes me feel sadder. That makes me feel worse. Why does society expect us to figure shit out as fast as possible? I don't understand. Like, there's no fucking time. There's no fucking time. You're supposed to do so many things so quickly. I mean, and a lot of it is not in your hands. A lot of it is not in your hands. And there would be somebody out there, and this kind of motivation works on them, you know, being told that your hard work is everything that matters. That works for them. It may work for me too, but I know the truth. I mean, you can't choose to be delusional about this. The truth is, your luck matters. And by luck, I do mean chance of you getting famous and whatnot, but I also mean access. I also mean the country that you're born in. I also mean how rich your parents are. I also mean how loving your parents are. I also mean the kind of connections you have. I also mean the last name you have. I also mean the race you belong to. I also mean so many things, okay? And sure, you would say, learn to work with the cards that you've been dealt with. I agree, but there's nuance to this, okay? And we should acknowledge it. We should at least talk about it. I don't understand why people are shut down whenever they just talk about it. They're told, oh, you're too fucking lazy. Come on. Blaming luck for everything. It's fucking annoying, man. Most people, okay, I'm not gonna say most or some, don't fixate on that, but I'm gonna start most sentences with most. Okay, so deal with it. I don't know the percentage. So most people who get big and also have a healthy-ish lifestyle with the kind of fame that they get, eventually, are people who had supportive parents, who figured that shit out before they were born. Their parents figured that, I want to make this person an artist, or I want to make them an actor. Is that the best thing? Would I do that to my child? I don't think so. I don't think so. No matter how much protection I give to my kid, I don't think I would be confident enough to let them deal with the shit that comes with fame. In case if they become famous, which is, again, very less probable. But yeah, still, there are parents who do a really great fucking job. Again, don't quote me on this, but I think this is my impression. I think Zendaya's parents are like that. She had a very good, supportive family and kind of circle of people. And that helped her I'm sure she must have had a set of unpleasant experiences. But it just helps. It helps a lot. It helps to have parents who are musicians if you want to be a singer. Even if they are not famous. If they are famous, that's fucking great. You already have a well-built set of connections, and you have a person who can train you, who's gonna let you try out the piano when you are like 6 years old. That's great. But even if they're not famous, even if music was their hobby and got nothing more than that love passes on. That is what is called generational wealth. And that is something that I unfortunately didn't have. Is this me giving an excuse? Maybe. But I'm just talking about it. I'm just laying out the nuance. So, like this particular artist that I was talking about, yes, it is a he. He started out when he was 13. Now, you might have already shortlisted that person. I would recommend don't do it. But yeah, started out when he was 13. Was already pretty good, But by my age, they were pretty goddamn famous. They could retire if they wanted to, like right now. But, and this is not me talking just in the sense of, like in the monetary sense alone. This is me also referring to the love that they get. What the fuck am I talking about? This is me just venting, okay, out in front of the camera. This is a 30-minute rant so far. I know this is very disjointed. I'm jumping off from point to point, and there's no connecting theme in this. But maybe in the future I would make some pointers. But I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to record. I think I'll end this now. This is already pretty darn long. So I'm just gonna go. Maybe in a future video I would record something like a cover. Let's hope. You might ask me, like, what the fuck were you doing all these years? So I would say I never considered music seriously. It was all just a hobby. And Still, I love music so fucking goddamn much. And the more I'm getting, I never use goddamn, by the way. The older that I'm getting, I just realized that I think this is the biggest love of my life, and I just ignored it. I ignored music. And I just got into IT, and I was thinking about, having this tech job always. Like, I'm a techie. Come on. I'm just gonna be in tech. And with the time that I get off work, that's when I would be contributing to my music or whatnot. That never happened. But it's only been a year again. So still I got burnt out pretty quick. And that was a lot of accumulated shit that caused the burnout. But yeah, I feel like I'm right now like good, except the problem that I'm having right now about getting jobs. But I'm in the middle of interviews. I hope it materializes into something. But I think my mental health has improved a lot. When I was working in that fucking tech job, I can't even say that I was running on fumes, because I was not. There was nothing. There was not even fumes. There was nothing there. It's like I would wind myself up like that toy that you wind up, wind up toy, every morning, and I would run out by the middle of the day. I would somehow survive. And it was fucking hard. So, and you would say, 1 year, come on. People burn out after tens of years. There's history there, okay, so I'm not gonna reveal all of that, but it was not because of 1 year. Okay, I joined the job and I was already burnt out. So, and yeah. It was also because I would use Dr. K's term, gifted kid. That is not the compliment that you think it is. It's not. It's not at all. A gifted kid is somebody who, and that's my definition, as I understand it, who tried a few things and was unexcelled, initially, due to beginner's luck, or just because they had higher IQ or whatnot, or just higher talent and whatnot. I don't know. But they were always told, oh, you have a lot of potential. Come on, you have a lot of potential. You can be so fucking big. You can be this, you can be that. You can be the CEO of a company. Come on. If you are struggling, then what about us? That kind of shit. And that pressure is too much. And I can tell myself to just fucking ignore it, but that has spilled into every fucking domain in my life, including not releasing music ever. Like I said, when I was 17, I think, I recorded my first song. I thought it was the fucking best thing ever. I knew it was not perfect. I knew I could hear it, but I still thought it was a pretty good enough job. I mean, I could post it. At that time, I thought it was good enough to post, but now, even though I've improved so much, I still don't feel. I feel worse. I feel like I don't think I can post at all. Now, you could say maybe it is the Dunning-Kruger effect. Maybe. But it's also just my perfectionism at its worst. And perfectionism is also not, it's such a misnomer. All these misnomers, perfectionism and gifted kid, it sounds like these are compliments, like these are like good things. Perfectionist, somebody who's a perfectionist is somebody who seeks out perfection. That's not, somebody who's a perfectionist is just somebody who, when they look at their own work, They're able to see mistakes everywhere, like red flags. And they just can't deal with it. And they're like, oh, it's not good. It's not ready yet. And that is exhausting. That's fucking exhausting to deal with on a daily basis. To think that nothing is good enough, nothing is ready. You are not ready. You are not good enough. So, yeah, it's something that I've been working on, and I think it's gonna take a lifetime. It's gonna take a fucking lifetime. I would say the kind of growth that I've had over the past 5 years has been so fucking much, exponentially much, than all my life. And that has been because I got independent. But I think it's also because that's the only reason. That's the only reason. Okay, I'm gonna go. It's 39 minutes. Nobody's gonna fucking watch the video. This is just gonna be off on the internet and nobody's gonna fucking watch it. So, does it matter? Kind of does. But I'm just gonna post it nonetheless. It's my fault. Shouldn't have. Should have kept it under 10 minutes, but are rants ever under 10 minutes? So yeah, I'm gonna go. Good day. And happy weekend, depending on where you are. All right, bye-bye.